Hello everyone, it's Exoman. Look at this crazy hair, would you? See? That, my friends, makes you taller. That's why I wear hats, because A, I don't have much of it. B, what I do have sticks up. Oh boy. Okay. So today I want to tell you, I had to make this video because we are days before, maybe a week or a little more than that, before spring. Spring is upon us. And my wife and I don't normally get sick. And but lately we've had a lot of people around us that have juicy colds. And so that rhinovirus keeps trying to get us. And we started to get a little bit of a cold, and we're about to travel to the Los Angeles area, and we really there's nothing worse than being on a plane all stuffed up, and it's so painful, can be. But we don't want to be sick at all, and we don't want to travel when we're sick. Nothing worse than that. So we have taken an aggressive, proactive stance, and we've been fighting this cold off. We have a strategy to fight a cold. We really truly do, and that's what I want to share with you today. Go over a few things that we've been doing. It's sort of unfortunately, I would say preemptive strike, but my wife really already had the cold, and she was sneezing and sniffling and starting to get a sore throat and all that. So what we started doing was the neti pot. I had her do the neti pot a few times. She was doing it a couple of times a day for the past few days. And also a concoction of lemon juice, honey, chopped garlic, fresh garlic, and minced ginger. Ginger, garlic, honey, lemon. And I put this in a little ramekin. I chop it up real fine so you don't have to chew it. And my friends, we have beaten the cold. She woke up this morning and she's fine. She's much better. You have to stay on it though. You can't take chances if you want to keep the cold away. You have to make sure it's out of your system before you stop with this regimen. But if you don't know what a neti pot is, learn about it. Go to the drugstore and get yourself one. You can get a little plastic neti pot for a few bucks, and it's got saline packets in it. We ran out of the saline, and we just use Himalayan salt, pink salt. You can use sea salt or anything like that. So we have both beaten this cold, and we intend to keep it that way. No more sneezing, sniffling. Both nostrils working. So yeah, so I just want to show you some clips of what I do and what we do. Also, it is currently time for the purple martins to come back, and we have their nesting boxes set up. So I just like to throw that out there. If you live here on the east side of the country, you may know this, but you may not. Martins, the purple martin population is completely dependent now upon humans for nesting. So when they migrate back from the south, from Central and South America, wherever, to this area, we have boxes, nesting boxes or gourds or whatever you want set up for them. And a lot of times we can host communities. We can be landlords to these wonderful birds. So I'll show you some of that as well. But we have one. You just wanted to set it up. I think it's 15, roughly 15 feet up high, and make sure there's not a lot of trees real close to it, so they have a flight path to get to it. And they love your company, and they love your help, and you can help them with their nesting. You can check their eggs. It's unlike other birds where you can't mess with them. You can watch them and make sure they don't have mites, and make sure everything's cool. And we have a really easy nesting box to lift up and then lower, and it's really cool. I'll show some I'll show you some video of it. But
okay, so here's how I do my neti pot, and a real important caveat with this is don't neglect to keep your pot clean. Sanitize it, sterilize it if you can. And what I like to do, I just wash it with hot soapy water, because you can get you just don't want to get some dangerous amoeba in your sinuses and cause a real problem. So here's how I do it. To simplify it, I take a very small amount of water. It's just a little water in this little pot, and really I dump the salt in there. With me, it's just a pinch or a little more, and put a little more in there. You don't want to burn the heck out of your sinus, but you want enough of the salt to clear you out. Okay, so the main reason I do this small amount of water is because one, I can dissolve it with this heat very quickly, dissolve the salt, and now I can really control the temperature. That's obviously going to kill me if I pour that boiling water in my sinus. So now I'm going to go over here and get some more water. Let's do this. And I've done this so many times, I know about what I need. Now see, that cools it back down, but it's going to still be lukewarm. And pour it in here. You pour it to the fill line, which is about, okay, can we see that fill line? Oh, there it is. That's close enough, see? That's just about all that water. You can put your little, you don't even need to put your lid on when you get at this, but put that on. There's a little hole in it. I've shown this before, and then you shake it up and test it on your on the tender part of your arm, just above your wrist, on the bottom side, just to see if it's too hot. It is. Let it cool down, and then run it through your sinuses, one side, and then one nostril, and then the other. And you can look for the whole video that I have on this on my channel. Just search for neti pot.
all right, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're not feeling sick, and if you are, I highly recommend this regimen. You can literally beat a cold. All right, thanks for watching, everyone, and again, be well.